guys, so that was the preparation. So I did my stretching already, I ate my breakfast, did some skipping, and now I'm pumped up for the race. So gonna be taking you guys through qualifying and also the race. For the driver lineup, you have myself and Russell. That's the POV car, but you also have Dafa Nabil and Dafa Ardiansa in the other car, and in the junior car we have Alan Cruz and a guest driver, Alexis Clapano. So enjoy. So all in all, this was a decent qualifying session. It was a decent lap as well. Of course, there's still a few tenths here and there, but it wasn't bad considering the 31, 38 track temperatures and obviously the 24 kilos of ballast. They're 53.8, so decent time, and it had all three purple sectors, which was interesting too. Obviously 2 tenths to P2, which was our teammate Dafa. And yeah, I think the important thing in this qualifying session was to set a good banker lap, because then on the second lap we could afford to take a bit more risk, and the risks paid off. And yeah, I mean, like I said, there was always going to be a few tenths here and there, but I think the most important thing is we prepared and we practiced enough that our mediocre laps, or our, you know, not the best laps, our average laps, were still faster than the others. And I think that was the key, and that was, you know, now it's pretty much the first part of the job done, which was getting pole for qualifying. But you know, we still have 4 hours to go in the race, which is yeah, it's still a long way. So here is going to be the race start.
So, wow, getting ready for the race. You can feel almost the driver's butterflies buzzing in their stomachs here. They know full well that it's been a while since they've actually gotten a grid start. So coming out to the final corner here, waiting for the flag to fly, and we'll be underway for round 4 of the ERGP Endurance Edition for 2022. And it's gonna be an interesting one. The usual championship protagonists are up in front, waiting for the lights. And we're underway here for round 4 at the Nurburgring, and it looks as though it's a good start from Martono. He has his teammate Dafa Ardiansa right beside him, with Andrew O'Hara then tucking right behind, as around the outside goes, I think, Marco Wong. He's going to try to get the whole shot out around the outside, as we see then the cars funnel into turn 1, a very tight turn 1. We've seen accidents here in the past, especially last year's race where it was wet, but it's dry here, and it looks as though, oh, it's a spin. We got a few spinners there. One of them is the Stratos car, and he has jumped out to 3rd place. So the Z Challenger guys are really having a point to prove here. We are now watching Marco Wong, car number 71, the BMW, in fact, right behind the sister BMW, but not in the exact same team of Dafa Ardiansa. So Dafa then still has not made any inroads with his teammate at the
Yeah,
start.
but how perfect is this for JMX Phantom? 1 and 2. The guy that's number 2 in the championship leading the race, and you have the second car there to protect him.
Indeed, and he has it as a rear gunner because in the championship stakes, number 13 is not really in or thereabouts. He only got 26 points, plus the fact that they were a different entry at the start of the season. They missed one round, so they can use that as a drop round. But regardless, they're going to act as a rear gunner to help get points off the number 111.
It's in the slipstream. Really have a look. I mean, it's a bit early in the race to be doing last-minute dives, but Marco's thinking about it, and he goes for it.
Oh!
Wow, good move. Can he make the apex zone? No, he doesn't. He runs wide.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
I think the move was on. He just overcommitted, didn't he? He just
Yeah.
braked a touch too late, and that was over for him.
And you can hear the brakes squealing as they went into that first turn, and luckily our camera director was...
So it was a really nice opening few laps, no drama, no loss of positions. Was able to keep first position. Unfortunately, our teammate Dafa got hit from behind at this point, so he lost like several positions. But yeah, now this is the first actual challenge, which comes, and this is when we approach the GT4 cars. So we're about to overlap them the first time in the race, and this can either be very quite straightforward, or it can be quite a mess too. But luckily for us, this was a good one. Being a bit patient and actually also catching them at the right time at the right place. Not being stuck with them for several corners, and catching them mostly on the straights. And yeah, they were pretty cooperative as well. But yeah, like you can see here, this is us catching, getting a better run in the Schumacher S, and then having to lift off a bit. I think the most important thing is throughout the whole sequence, we didn't lose too much time. You don't want to lose too much time, and yeah, you want to make sure that you have when others lose time, you lose less time, because that is also part of your advantage as well. And yeah, this is obviously coming towards the end of my first stint, so coming into the pits now, the first time in the race. At this point, an hour would have been done in the race already, and coming into swap drivers with Russell, and also get some fresh boots on, fresh tires, and full tank. So yeah, this is actually a pretty tough part in ACC, because you have to make sure that you stop perfectly on the marker, otherwise you lose a lot of time.
How was your first stint, Press?
It was good. No major mistakes, only one that made us lose like 2 seconds. Tapi sekarang mobilnya udah sama Russell, jadi udah ganti pembalap, and we had like a 12 detik ya gapnya ke yang belakang. Jadi sekarang kita cuma mesti stay consistent, jangan bikin mistake, dan push on for the rest of the race, but stay calm. And masih panjang sih, masih 2 jam 51 menit lagi. Jadi anything can happen, so we just have to stay focused.
Tadi selesainya dari stint lo posisi berapa?
1 tadi. Tadi startnya ke 1, and then I had a good opening few laps. Bisa pull advantage. Di belakang agak battling dikit, jadi kita kan linear bisa kabur dikit, and then had good overall pace I think. So yeah, and Russell's doing a good job now.
Kalau mobilnya Dava kenapa?
Mobil David tadi sempat kedua, jadi tadi sempat 1-2 JMX, tapi kena insiden dia sama pembalap lain. Siapa? Marco Wong. So sayangnya harus turun, tapi ya pembalapnya masih panjang, dan I'm sure he can come back later.
Right, so yeah, this is coming about like midway point to our race, and yeah, Russ is taking over, and I think the big challenge at this point was still keeping out of trouble with the back markers, and navigating through traffic, making sure that we don't make any mistakes, because yeah, each one of those mistakes is super costly in an endurance race, and we didn't want to get damage on the car, and yeah. So as you can see here, overtaking, getting through traffic is a unique thing, because each competitor or each lap car is different in the way that you don't know what to expect from them. Some drivers will make life super easy, like this guy right here, but some will also make it difficult. And the main thing is not to force anything. You'd rather wait one corner than risk it in one corner, and just make sure that you have better exits than them, because most of the time you can gain the time on the exit. And for example here, with the GT4 it was still far, so just made sure that I got a good drive out of the corner. And at the end it was like he wasn't even there. I don't think I lost any time there. Now this is gonna be the tricky part, because as you guys can see up ahead, there is like 4 cars. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 cars, and this is usually when you have to be super alert, because sometimes there can be crashes and incidents and people spinning out like you're about to see, and they might block the road, so you might need to take evasive action. Like you can see here, they both spin out. So this is just something casually that happens in the middle of the race. But luckily that no one really was like stopping in the middle of the road, so yeah, I didn't have to like swerve or like cut the grass or anything. So yeah, it was good. We got through the lap traffic well. Now this is the part where I want to show you. So the car in front was actually probably one of the more difficult cars, in terms of he made it quite difficult for us to get past him. He definitely didn't leave the door open as early as can be, and I think I kind of knew that. So approaching this, you have to kind of anticipate where you're gonna catch him. So if you skip again here, I knew that turn 3 I was still too far. So my main focus was just getting a good exit out of turn 4, and I didn't get as well of a good exit that I could pull up alongside. But here, as you can see, I'm like having a bit of peak, and then here he doesn't really give me way, which he's has the right to not to. But yeah, here just making sure I get a good exit again, and the most important thing is just getting good exits, because with good exits then you get slipstream. Had a bit of a peak there too, and I thought he wasn't gonna give me, but he did at the end. So that was the main thing, the main focus I had with the back markers, anticipating, so not reacting to when I arrived, but having to anticipate when would be the time to pass them. Coming to our final stint now, all in all, I think it's been a great race so far. It's over 3 hours, so at this point I think we only have 15 minutes to go, and RR is back in the car, and he's gonna finish it off for us. And the main thing to note is that we were super confident going into this race, because a lot of preparation went in. I think, as you guys can see here, there was no race defining move. There was no pit stop that there was kind of no pit stop that really won us the race or anything. So we knew the pace was strong. We knew the main goal was to get to the finish line without any major mistakes, and we kind of won the race before the race even happened, if you can kind of get what I mean, because of the preparation we put in. And but like you saw in this video, that's just the first part of the job, is the preparation. But the second part, and the harder part, is surviving 4 hours without any incidents, which is tough, because even though you have a 30-second advantage to P2, which we did have at the end, you still need maximum concentration, because one mistake, one tangling with the back markers everything can change. But anyway, this is our victory lap, so I'm gonna shut up and let you guys enjoy this last lap, and I'll see you after the race is finished.
final sector now. This is actually penultimate sector if you follow the GT sectors. Crosses that line now, and he will be coming into the final sector here. So the Filipino, Russell Reyes, who led the way from the beginning with some brilliant driving. In fact, Presi Matono was the guy who led the car into the start with some brilliant driving, and Russell consolidated that. Comes around the final corner then to take victory here in the Nurburgring 4 hours with an absolutely brilliant drive. The JMX Phantom guys will be tapping themselves right in the back then. There is Presley fist pumping with delight with that victory, and the social media crew are getting to work with that one as well.
Yeah.
That was a brilliant drive from Russell and from Presley, and I think we can have a word with them after this as we wait for the other drivers to come across the line, including the line and the AM class. And now we might actually have a word with our race winner overall, Presi Matono and Russell Reyes.
Okay. Let's go! Let's go, bruh. P1. Finally, man, this one's clean, man. This one's clean. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, but this guy looks so risky after break. Wait, don't up here, though. Don't up here. Don't up like they run in flat.
That was a brilliant drive.
Bro, finally we did. Thank you. Look forward to the next one. Let's go. Indonesia Racing, let's go.
Mantap.
Finally, we got P1. Kayaknya ini balapan pertama yang kita menang untuk endurance tahun ini. Of course kita menang yang di Kailami, which is round 2, tapi kena penalty. So this is like the first official win, and yeah, we're like super excited karena gua, Russell, Dafa put in like a lot of time untuk ngatur setupnya, untuk confident, untuk ngatur pace-nya, jadi untuk bisa menang, dan gapnya juga cukup jauh ke P2 sama P3. Amazing result for the team, good for confidence, and kita juga harus ingat ini P2 sama P3 timnya nggak abal-abal juga gitu, mereka juga salah satu top team yang paling jago di Asia and Pacific region. So untuk menang 30 detik itu just goes to show kalau kita benar fokus dan kerja keras, what we can do untuk race results-nya. So super happy, kita ini momentum bagus nih untuk babak kedua di musim 2022, and ya kita mau keep this momentum going and we wanna win a lot more races. So thank you for watching. Jangan lupa untuk like and subscribe kalau mau lihat konten berikutnya lagi similar to this, and yeah, thanks for following our story, and see you at the next race.